Russians call the city Ledinets. But the name Tallinn actually refers back to the Danes and again to that 13th century, because as soon as the Danes appeared here, local people started calling the city Danish city, and in Estonian language it sounds like Taani linn. So throughout the centuries this Taani linn was developed into Tallinn, as we say in Estonia. But we have already reached now the city center. To your left hand side you can see Hotel Viru, that was considered to be the first skyscraper that was built here in 1970s. But you see that the materials they used here were very innovative at the time, and we call it micro-concrete, meaning that, well, 50% of the materials consisted of concrete and 50% of microphones. See, 13th floor belonged to the KGB, so all the rooms were bugged at the time. So, but now it's just one of the many hotels, but it's a very good landmark. So when you see Hotel Viru, you know that you are in the city center. Then to your left, you can see this green area, which is considered to be the heart of Tallinn, and we call it Viru Square, onto the main street of Viru and of course the Hotel Viru. And then in a few moments you're going to see this yellow building with white square columns up front and facade, and this is former Soviet officers' house, but nowadays it's a Russian culture center, so this is where our coach will be waiting for us after the walking part, so right here on this. And when it was finally completed, then the total length of the wall, if considered upper town and lower town together, was about 5 kilometers, and the number of the towers was 70. So
St. Olaf. And St. Olaf Church was built in the first half of the 13th century. And you see at one point it actually had the tallest steeple in the world, but unfortunately it has been struck by lightnings 11 times, so it is not that tall anymore. The height today is 123 meters, and you see it can actually fit the largest pyramid of Egypt in Cairo, in that Giza Cheops pyramid. So that sort of can put the things into perspective. Then behind the ships, behind the ferries, you should be able to see our television tower that says SEB on it. And that is the second largest bank of Estonia. But it has a very nice and rather accurate nickname for a bank. It's known as the Guillotine. Then a little bit closer to us you can see another spire, and that is the spire of Town Hall. And you see our town hall is considered to be one of the oldest in Northern Europe, so it dates back to 1404, but we're going to get a closer look to that one. Then you see Radisson Hotel with that funny red thing on top, but you see there is no significance for that red thing. They just wanted to make it higher than SEB Bank because they were built at the same time. And then the lonely skyscraper, a little bit further to the right, that is Olympic Hotel, built for the 1980 Moscow Olympics. And you see Tallinn was the host of the yachting regatta here. I can give you a really good example. You see, at that time, the leader of Soviet Union was Leonid Ilyich Brezhnev. And they say that he couldn't say really anything without the list of paper in his hands. So at the openings of these Olympics, he took the list in front of him and said to the thousands of people, "Oh, oh, 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 oh." And then his assistant ran to him and said, "Dear Leonid Ilyich, there is no need to pronounce the symbol of the Olympics."